I'm Madeline Keithley, and this week I reviewed Tumblr. So, before I dive into it, I just want to say first and foremost, obviously, Tumblr is a social media tool, but it's also technically a sharing and distribution tool. So, basically, what that means is you can use it for posting content. You can post audio, video, pictures, blog posts, whatever. You can post anything you want to on there. But also, you can follow pages and you can follow other people's content. And kind of enjoy their pictures, their audio, whatever they're posting. So that's pretty cool. It's a lot like any other social media in that aspect. So I decided that I really wanted to review Tumblr because I've never used Tumblr. I've never had a Tumblr, but most of my friends had it and they've used it or still use it, and they say it's the best social media. And that's what a lot of people think, is that it's one of the best social media tools or the best social media tool. So I wanted to get into it. I wanted to review it. And I really didn't understand why it was so big. I knew it was going to be pretty cool because you could post whatever you wanted to on it, but I didn't really know why it was, this kind of big community following that was like Tumblr's the best. So, I really wanted to know what all the hype was about, and why it was so prioritized over all the other social medias, because I personally love Twitter. I think that's the best social media. So I was like, maybe I'll be proven wrong. So I wanted to get a Tumblr. So I signed up for an account. I got an account, and I kind of spent the past several days just trying to learn the ins and outs of Tumblr. There's a lot of features, like a ton of features, which is pretty cool. I would say it's the biggest positive for sure is all the features and the pages that you can follow. Like, I mean, thousands of pages, like, of anything that interests you slightly you can follow. Um, so I definitely say that's the biggest positive. And also, it's really cool because when you sign up, it asks you for your interest. You can check off music, celebrity, gossip, food, dogs, whatever you want to. You can check it off, and it gives you a bunch of cool pages to follow. So I thought that was pretty cool. Um, it was really easy to use for that aspect, but then when you kind of got into it, it wasn't quite as user friendly as other social media tools, and it wasn't as user friendly as I really hoped it would be because I've never used it before, so I don't know anything about it going in. And as someone who doesn't know anything about it going in, it was more confusing than I thought it would be, because there's so many tools and so many features that you can use within Tumblr that it doesn't explain. So I would suggest to developers to maybe put a guide or tutorial in there once you sign up, once you click your interest and you actually go into Tumblr. I would have a little guide that shows the features, because I just, after hours of Tumblr, like, I mean hours, I just now found out that you can tag your own posts, like put like hashtags basically at the bottom, and then on your account you can go in and you look through your tags. It's like a little sidebar, and you have all these all your tags, and when you click on them, it pulls up all the posts that you tagged with that specific tag. So I thought that was a really cool feature, but it took me a while to find it because there's no tutorials or guides on that. So I would definitely suggest that. But I would say for sure the positives outweigh the negatives. I don't want to be this to be like a negative video, because it's not. Tumblr is super super cool to use, and I think I'm gonna keep my Tumblr account and keep learning it, because I do want to learn exactly how it works, because there's a lot of cool features on there. But I would say the biggest three uses, for sure, number one is pictures. Every social media, pretty much number one is gonna be pictures. There's pictures on almost everything. But I thought it was kind of cool that Tumblr is kind of that space that if you wanted to take it a route of professional, you could. You could kind of fill that photography space, or you could just, post picture of your dog if you wanted to, or, whatever. You could post a picture of anything. And so that's, number one use, pictures. Number two, maintaining a blog. So I use Wix as a blog tool, but you could use Tumblr. And if I didn't have Wix, I probably would use Tumblr, only because I'm understanding how it works now. And I think it is a really cool tool to use for a blog. So that's definitely number two. Number three, videos. You can post videos on there, obviously, or audio. So videos is number three. However, I wouldn't say it's the best use of Tumblr, only because you have YouTube, and obviously YouTube is going to be better. than Tumblr for videos. There are still a lot of videos and a lot of cool things you can do on Tumblr, and maybe you could take it in a Vine route. So Vine was a social media that's not around anymore, but you could post 6-second videos to Vine. That was the longest time span, was 6 seconds. So you could do something like that on Tumblr, and it doesn't really go. That wouldn't really fit on YouTube as much, just because normally they're several minutes long. So you can definitely do that. That's definitely used. But yeah, YouTube, like I said, YouTube would trump Tumblr in that aspect of the videos, and I think Wix would still top Tumblr in blogging level, only because it's easier to use and it's easier to understand how to customize everything. It's very self-explanatory and it has tutorials, whereas Tumblr didn't really have that. I mean, I guess I could look it up, but it didn't have built-in tutorials or built-in explanations on how to customize things. So I would definitely suggest, if you're looking to get into Tumblr and you've never heard of it or never had any Tumblr or anything, I would look up a couple like features and tutorials on features, because I had to find it out for myself and it took me a little while. But yeah, I would definitely say for overall, it is a really, really cool tool, and it's a really great social media tool. But the things I use and substitute for that, I would still prioritize over Tumblr. Videos, YouTube is going to win out every time. Social media, I still prefer Twitter. I think maybe if I stuck with Tumblr a couple weeks, couple months, and learned how to use it, got used to the system, maybe I would like it over Twitter. But right now, I'm preferring Twitter. I'm going to say Twitter's better. And then obviously Wix is a better blogging tool, I think, than Tumblr. So you can kind of look at it that way. The three major uses still are, not as good on Tumblr as they are in other sites. So that's how I would review it. And also, I know that YouTube is kind of one of those things where you have to pay to not get the ads to be able to close the app on your phone and stop playing. So that is a negative, that it is free, but you have to pay for, the other features. So Tumblr, you don't have to do that. It's free all the time. There's no upgrades. It's always free. So that's definitely something to consider, but I still think it's not enough to make it go above YouTube in that aspect. So overall, love Tumblr. I'm definitely gonna keep using it. I'm gonna try to keep learning it, because there are features that I'm sure I'm missing. So I'm definitely gonna keep using it. But I would say it's not as good as the other social media tools and the other tools that are even being used for blogging. So yeah, that was my review. Hope you enjoyed it.